What's up, fam? Welcome to Ask the Ma'ats, where today I'm going to challenge you to stop playing and start pushing. My name is Ayize Ma'at, and today I'm flying solo. I usually do these videos with my beautiful and wonderful wife, Iana Ma'at, but I'm flying solo today. She's out with the children, handling her business, and so I'm riding by myself. But I wanted to focus on something that we've actually experienced in the past couple of weeks when it comes to working with couples in our, whether it be online in our Skype sessions or in person. There's two particular dynamics that we've seen, and we've seen these for years in doing the work that we do. But what's interesting is that it seems like it's a little bit more prevalent, and it might just be based off of what's going on socioeconomically in our community right now too. And what I'm seeing is that there's this overwhelmingness of independence, of focus on self, of narcissism and selfish thinking that seems to permeate many relationships nowadays. And unfortunately, it's had a lot of relationships really go through the ringer. A lot of relationships are really struggling because people are so caught up on focusing on I, and are neglecting to focus on the we components. And so, in working with these couples that we worked with over the past couple of weeks, again, this is one element, although it's been happening forever, this is one element that it seems to be pretty pervasive right now. So I just wanted to touch on two particular things that are occurring as people focus on I versus focusing on we that are really a detriment to your relationship. The first thing that I want to focus on is personalization. Personalization. What people have a tendency to do is, unfortunately, we all have had horrible or difficult or challenging experiences in our past. And when we enter into a relationship, we're not only bringing the pleasantries of our past experiences, but we're also bringing some of the worst baggage into that current relationship. And so what ends up happening is that when you enter into a relationship and you're engaged with someone who might rub you the wrong way, might stir something up inside of you, you think that they are the reason for the pain. Again, you think that they are the reason for the pain. What I want to challenge you to do is this. Just as you're an individual person in this relationship, they too are an individual person in the relationship. And so whatever actions they engage in, you're filtering and processing that experience through your own lens. Again, you're filtering that experience through your own lens. And in doing so, many a times people have a tendency to personalize what their significant other has done and think that what they're doing is really about them. Again, they think that with their spouse, significant other, boyfriend, girlfriend, whomever the person is, they think that what they have done, they're doing it to them and they're out to get them, when in reality, they're just doing them. And so this is problematic because when you begin to personalize and make that experience about you, you think that somebody is out to get you. They're trying to be spiteful. They're trying to be vengeful. They're trying to beat you down. They're trying to go up against you. They're trying to be oppositional, when the reality is that if you look at a situation and you don't personalize it, you realize that they're an individual walking their own path, going through their own stuff. So again, one problem that we're seeing is that people are personalizing the experiences that they have in a relationship and think that their spouse is really trying to do them harm, when a lot of times that's really not the case. They're just doing them. They're doing them may be effed up. It might be screwed up. It might not be the right thing for the relationship. But again, they're not necessarily out to do you harm. They're just doing them. And that's problematic too. But again, I just want you to understand that when it comes to personalization, sometimes we got to ease up off that thing. We got to back up and realize that it really ain't all about me. He's not trying to hurt me. She's not trying to hurt me. She's really living life and doing life the best way that he or she can. That's number one. Number two, the second thing that I'm seeing in working with couples is that people have the tendency to look at a situation and, based off of their past experience, project meaning onto that experience, onto that circumstance or situation, and make it something that is totally not. You can have a situation where it's very clear to one person it's very clear and in plain view that this particular situation should play out one way. For instance, let's look at something as simple as like the alphabet. One person could see A, B, C, D, E, and based off of your historical reference point and what you've experienced in the past, you might be looking at E, F, G, H, I, J, K. And so, in you projecting your own meaning onto that particular situation, what ends up happening is that it causes chaos and conflict in a relationship, and it leads to a contentious situation where neither one of you all are seeing eye to eye. So again, you're projecting your own meaning, your own value onto a situation, and oftentimes in that projection, if you don't recognize that that's what you're doing, what ends up happening is that dis-ease, discord occurs in a relationship, and as a result, the couples just end up at odds. They're butting heads. They're in a contentious experience that really ends up being non-productive. So I think that in order for you to really get past that, to move past being in a space where you're projecting, first you have to really be aware of the fact that you do come with your own stuff into the relationship, and that some of the stuff that you're seeing, interpreting, and experiencing is based off of what you're projecting onto it, the meaning and the value that you're giving to it, not necessarily what it is. He could be doing right. She could be doing right. But because of your past experiences and what you think those actions represent, your projection of meaning onto those particular actions, you think that what they're doing is wrong. We got to sidestep that. We got to get beyond that and recognize that, again, we're two individuals who are entering into this relationship with our own stuff. Some of it's good, some of it's bad, but it's ours. And so what I'm challenging you all today is to just be aware. Be aware of the fact that we personalize in relationships, which causes problems. We project in relationships, which causes problems. And at the end of the day, until you get to a space where you're able to recognize and see that that may be the source of some of your problems, you can't undo it. Y'all, we got to keep peeling back the layers. Keep looking at ourselves. Keep asking, who am I? What am I doing? Why am I doing what I'm doing? Challenging ourselves to ask why our significant other is doing what they're doing. What's the value in that experience? And if we continue to do that, if we continue to explore and to experience ourselves and our significant other on a deeper level because we're asking these questions, that's when you really will have stopped playing and started pushing.